Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to issue number 89 of Build the Legendary Cyborg RoboCop from our good old friends over at Fanhome. Now, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build along with me, head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be building this 1/3 scale cyborg. Right, let's have a quick scoop through this week's magazine. You've got the history of RoboCop there, promotional campaign for the new reboot that was out in 2014. Promotional posters there. You've got Ed 209 there. And then we're going to be building today. We've got some more components for our back panel. So we're going to need our torso assembly. So I've got that just on my right hand side. And then we got some brackets, battery compartment, neck rubber, that sort of thing. Nice, easy instructions to follow. And we're going to be attaching the torso to the legs today. So we're going to be pretty much getting all of the body together. Look at that. Oh, few wires to connect. So keep an eye on the wires and the screws that it's asking you for. And that's what we're going to end up with at the end of today's issue. So we're going to do a test of the voice box as well. There's a little button up there on the back of his right shoulder. So we'll be putting in a pair of AAA batteries, folks. Okay. 100 years of robots there. The cybernetic proletariat. There you go. We got there in the end. Spintronics and Twistronics. God, they're trying to trip me up there today, aren't they, with me wobbly wordage. And then you've got the resurgence of graphene there. And then magneto-resistance. There you go. So that's all the big words out of the way today. Let's go back, have a looky look at all the bits and bobs we got to do. We'll start a bit of assembly, folks, okay? Right. So first thing we want is this little part. And we want a couple of the QP screws. And I'm keeping my screws in the bags today, then, folks, because they are quite small, some of them. And yeah, I've already had pingage once. So let's just check the screwdriver bit size is going to be appropriate, which it appears to be. A little bit of oil. Pink. And we'll lay this in situ. It's going on top of these two little holes here. And it'll engage with that front plate, just like so. Nice resounding click as that went in. And we're going in here. We might as well screw that fully home. Like so. This is where the oil comes into its own, folks, because it makes these screws really easy to cut into the plastic. Let's just move the knife out of the way. There you go. We can fully home that one then. Come back, just double check that one. Yep. So that's that done. So we're happy with that. We're then going to be putting on the rubber membrane. And we want it with this scallop at the back. Somewhat like so. Okay. That's what it's telling us. So that's what we're going to do. Now, from what I think we actually poke this underneath here. I think. So let's just do that, just in case that's what it is asking. Like that. I think that's how it goes. So it closes off that whole piece. Like that. So I'll just check the photograph just to make sure that it's looking right. Yep, it's tucked in. You can see it just under there, so it's tucked under, so that when this goes on, you don't see that big ridge. So that's what we're going to do, folks, okay? We're then going to put the back panel on with 4 GP screws. And we're going to attach that to the lower legs. Oh, GP screws. So let's get 4 of them ready. That's 3. That's 4 of them bad boys. That's actually 3 cut. The 4th one didn't roll out. Now it did. Let's get the label out of the way, cut. We've still got more of them that we need, so put them to one side. I've got the legs just there, as you can see. So let's grab one of those. Bit of oil on her. And then we can bring the legs in now. It's going to be a bit fiddly, so prepare yourselves, folks. It is a bit of a fiddly bit trying to line the legs up and everything, but it will go. I'm just moving me stuff out of the way so that I can lay the legs at a jaunty angle across me bench and see what I'm doing. So let's figure this out. It's going that way round. So we should, in theory, let's just move that off of there and see whether we can lower these limbs in this way round. Let's see. I don't want to put any undue weight on that section if I can help it. Okay. Like that. By powers of deduction, we should have that one, which goes right down in this bottom corner. Like that. And that, it's the torso in place, folks. So that's that done. So let's lay RoboCop down the way. Try and get him to support himself for a minute. Right. So we're done with that. We want this now. This is the battery tray. We're missing quite a few parts in this issue, aren't we? We got a nut and a bracket missing. Let's see where we can find that. We want to try get you in place. There you go. How to get out of jail when a Partwork doesn't send you all the bits you need for that issue, folks. Yeah, make your own. Let's just double check that. That. Then we can swap bit again. Make the hole a bit bigger. Then we can get our next SP screw in situ then. Happy days. And that will be that suitably bodged. Done. That's how you do it, folks. And I'm happy with that. And then just to help the thread, I can just scallop the edge of that. Just so that the bolt can go through without fouling that plate. There you go, folks. So if anyone out there has had their RoboCop delivery turn up, minus a few parts. I basically had a whole bag of bits that was missing. That is how you get yourself out of jail, folks. Right, we can continue now. Just joined the tour, so we're about to put this battery box in, weren't we, folks? So we was missing that and the nut. We've done that. That's how it's supposed to look. Happy with that. Bada bada bing. We want it that way round, like so. Okay, it sits on them 4 locating lugs. Put our thumb on there just so that I don't inadvertently screw into the wires. Woody Woodpecker's out today, folks. Edward Spanner hands. Strikes again. Make sure they're in. Let's put a couple more in. Oh, that's better. The other bit's just a bit too pointy. Shove you over there and do our diagonal, I think. There you go. Spin it round. I'll rest it on my knuckle now. There you go. That's biting now. Bite-head and a bitey thing, that one. I'll spin that round. There you go. Then grab the next one. Like so. That's that all done. Battery box, happy. Repair works. We now just need to connect our wires. And then we can pop this back panel on with GP screws. That. And see whether or not we can get you in situ. So we want that to connect to that. And then the red one over there. Like that. Then get them in place. Like that. And then we want to drop the screw right down in there, don't we? So that's that in place. Batteries are now in. Let's test the speaker.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
Yeah, that won't be getting pressed much. So that's that done, folks. So there you have it. That is this issue done. Don't forget, if you want to grab one of these and build along with me, this beautiful 1/3 scale Partwork, head over to the Fanhome website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop. And you too can have one of these on your bench. Also, to help me out, if you can just click the little fester and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll be immensely grateful. Helps keep the channel growing. Ring the bell whilst you're there and select all. That way you'll get notified of upcoming content. In the meantime, thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.